What? Hey! Welcome to BlockStack TV. I'm Tom Styles.
I'm Steve Jaguar. BlockStack TV, as you know, is the hottest internet ultimate TV show ever to rock your digital world. Still rocking your digital world because nobody's been creating any other internet ultimate TV shows as far as we know.
No, we've been missing for 3 years.
I know.
Somehow no one's filled that void.
I know. We left what we thought was a pretty obvious hole.
But not been filled. And what have we been doing in the 3 years since we've been off air? It's been a bit of a hiatus for BlockStack TV.
Yeah.
Myself, I have been raising a family, so I have 2 children, Bryn and Bethan. Bryn is now 5 and Bethan is 2, and they are both delightful. That's filled a lot of my time. And I do admire now, with a fresh passion, people who have a family and still manage to go to lots and lots of frisbee tournaments, because it's hard.
I know, it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
No.
I've also been taking up cycling.
Yeah, very big, popular ultimate frisbee pastime, or ex-ultimate frisbee pastime.
Yeah, that's right. So many of them. Rodders, Giacomo, Randy, all gone. Wigsy. Wigsy's gone a big cyclist now.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing a lot of that, but I have also been doing a little bit of commentary. So
yes.
Under 23s.
The world appreciated your work at under 23s.
There was a lot of love for Tom Styles, the voice of Tom Styles there.
You're still the best.
Thank you very much, Steve. That's kind of you to say so. Somebody on Twitter did say that they were thinking about starting a Kickstarter campaign to fly me to the USA.
Do it.
I'm open to offers.
Whoever that was.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it. I would love to do it.
Get me over too.
Yeah. No such love for your commentary.
No, no, I never get requested.
No, it's weird.
That's because I know I'm not that good.
So anyway, that's me. What about you, Steve? What have you been doing?
Yeah, same a little bit. Playing a lot of Ultimate still. I'm in the Grandmaster division now.
Yes.
So I'm moving on up and still running the company. But with the exciting news there being, as you know, we've been bought out. So
so those of you who didn't know, the company Steve is referring to is Lookfly. And you've been bought out by...
I'm wearing a shirt. That's lucky. By VC. It's awesome. But we're going to talk about that later, some other time.
Some other time. Yeah, and you've been playing a bit of golf and...
Yeah, that's not important.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, last week, in fact, I tweeted out, because I'm rubbish at keeping things in the can and I'm terrible at secrets, the fact that we'd actually sat down in front of a camera and recorded a show post EUC and post under 23s
right here
on this very couch. And luckily for you all and us, our wives were sitting outside listening to everything we said and said, "You're not going to put that on the internet."
Torture. Apparently it was rubbish, and they were right. We haven't got it.
No.
Or did we ever have it?
No, I think it was probably missing all along.
Yeah. It wasn't very good. And we looked back on it and we realized
some self-reflection has occurred between the two of us. Like in the past, we were at tournaments.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the things that we'd seen and the tournaments we'd played in, you know, Rimini, and we'd been to Vancouver. We were there on the scene. And we were talking about tournaments that we'd not necessarily been at, certainly not played in. And it just seemed like that had gone.
And in a way, we were adhering to what is now an outdated model for the show. Because we were the only source of news before. You know, we were there before the Skies and the Ultra Worlds and all those guys. And now there's plenty of ways to find out what's going on. You don't need us anymore for that sort of thing.
There's better sources than, you know, a lot of people are doing what BlockStack TV did. Most people are doing what BlockStack TV did better than BlockStack TV ever did it. Yeah.
So we acknowledge that.
So we need to find something else to do.
Yeah. By keeping our faces in front of your camera or your screens. And we have. So we've got a new focus. We've thrown that show straight into the bin, and we did a little bit of brainstorming, a bit of whiteboarding, and we have a new idea. And that is, what we are going to do is we're going to take a look at what is happening around the ultimate world, and we're going to choose very specific topics this time. Not events, but topics. So you want to give them an example?
The big issues. Well, I think we also ought to cover our new strapline.
Oh yes, before we get into an example, the new strapline, we think, is still in beta.
it's a beta
strapline. And instead of being Ultimate's internet sort of rock your digital world,
which you still
can't get right.
No.
We are now Ultimate's own game advisors, offering unwelcome, unsolicited, and unbinding perspectives from the comfort of our own sofa.
Yeah,
not too bad.
I'm warming to it.
Not bad.
So it's, Game Advisors is a little bit of a take on the fact that they offer a perspective which isn't necessarily binding, and so we're not expecting anybody to take the stuff we say as gospel, because it isn't. It's our opinion. It's
unsolicited. You've not asked for it.
And it's probably unwelcome.
We're making an assumption there.
Yeah, but it's a perspective, and we're generally going to be talking about big subjects, which we hope that the wider community will recognise as something that the sport needs to look at and think about and address as it grows, and it's growing at a phenomenal rate, and that is something that we feel we can fill a role there that isn't necessarily being filled by all the other people that are doing Ultimate Media.
Well, yeah, and anything that grows rapidly, there is volatility. So that can be a business, it can be a sport, it doesn't matter what it is. Sometimes you grow too big for your boots and things start to get a bit unstable sometimes. And this is where we're going to try and dive in and pick those things apart. And should we just jump straight into what we've got lined up for our first show?
Well, our first show is not this one.
The first show is not this one. This is the intro show. So the first show is going to be about the media.
Yeah.
And lots has happened in the media. Way back when we started, there was nothing, which is why we started in the first place, out of our own frustrations of not knowing what was going on at big tournaments. And we thought, we'll be those people. Now, lots of people doing that. But sometimes you might even say too many people with too many perspectives. Who's got it right? All the perspectives are kind of different. And I think it's worth diving in and taking a look at all the different perspectives, the American perspectives, the European perspectives. Look right here, we have the show game in the UK. We have all these different people looking at it from different ways. Now, what's good, what's bad, and about what's maybe sometimes controversial about all of them.
That's right. So we don't want to do the whole show right now, but what we would like to do is ask you, if you have a perspective on the Ultimate Media and the media coverage of the sport of Ultimate, then let us know. Show at BlockStack TV, and we might use those comments and those thoughts to act as a kickoff for some of our own conversations. We also have a guest, an interview guest, the biggest name in World Ultimate.
Yeah,
I don't think that's in any question.
Nope.
And he has kindly agreed to come on the show. So we'll.
He doesn't quite know what he's getting himself into. No. He's not seen this show.
We'll be very gentle.
He agreed to do the interview before seeing this.
So yeah, hopefully we'll get him on and talk to him about his perspective.
Yeah,
it's very exciting. I'm actually genuinely fascinated to hear his perspective.
Well, we haven't even talked about what our questions are going to be, so you may want to vet some of the ones that I've got.
Okay,
they're going to be punchy. So that's it for now. The last thing we want to get into is our new website.
Yes.
That's it, right?
Yes.
Okay, we have a new website, www.blockstack TV, whereas that used to be a site dedicated to showcasing our show, which it still will. It is now a larger than it used to be. It's now an aggregator of all the different media sources. So very much keeping in line with the next show, talking about all the different media sources. We've got Sky, Multiworld, Get Horizontal, Ultimate Rob's blog. You mentioned Understanding
Ultimate, yeah.
Lou Bruce's blog, Jim Paranella's blog. All these different sources that you may or may not have even heard of. We've scoured the internet, found all the great sources, brought them all together, and are hitting you with this timeline of headlines.
I find it absolutely fascinating to just scroll there at one lunchtime.
Yeah, so do I.
Just like, whoa, look at all this stuff that's going on in the world, and just pick out little stories from the USA and from Europe, and different perspectives and different ideas and coaching tips, and it's all in there, and you can browse that thing forever.
If you just go to the video section, there's a subject called TV. It's all videos. So everybody who's launched a video of some sort, IUDL, MLU, any of those kind of things, you just sit there. You can kill hours watching videos. So we think it's great. We both use it. We want to know what you think. So let us know as well. Show at blockstack.tv and let us know what we can add to that. If we're missing something, let us know. Benji piped in the other day. He's the one who told me about Lou Bruce's. I started writing again, so bam, that went straight up.
Excellent.
So, and that's it, I think.
Yeah, the media show is coming next. If you've got any thoughts about that, show at BlockStack TV. We'd love to hear from you. Until then, my name's Tom Stiles.
I'm Steve Jaguar.
And you've been watching BlockStack TV. We'll see you again soon.